Imagine starting each day with a question that shapes your outlook, behavior, and perception, propelling you towards the best version of yourself. What is the greatest ideal of yourself that you can be today? Consider this as you wake up, a morning ritual of self-improvement backed by science. You see, becoming conscious of your unconscious thoughts, noticing those unconscious habits, behaviors, and paying attention to your emotions. These acts of observation signal that you're no longer that previous version of yourself. You're instead becoming a conscious observer of your old self. Now it's time to acknowledge who you no longer want to be. If we take into account that by the age of 35, about 95% of who we are is a set of memorized behaviors, attitudes, beliefs, perceptions, and emotional reactions, then most of our waking day is spent unconsciously. The challenge here is to break the mold, to choose differently from the previous day. Changing requires unlearning and relearning. It requires you to break the habits of the old self and reinvent a new self. From a biological perspective, this process involves pruning away synaptic connections and sprouting new ones, unmemorizing emotions stored in the body, and reconditioning your body to a new mind and emotion. This is about extracting your energy from the past and channeling it into the future. You're reprogramming yourself. Breaking the habit of the old self is your model. In your morning meditation, the first thing you should do is become conscious of your unconscious self. Unconscious judgments, guilt, or negative thought patterns, all these become more manageable as you become aware of them. By becoming conscious of these unconscious states, you gain more control over them during your day. Now it's time to think about who you want to be when you open your eyes. What thoughts do you want to wire into your brain? What behaviors do you want to demonstrate? As you contemplate these things, or even mentally rehearse your behaviors, you begin to install new neurological circuits in your brain. Your brain will now be primed for your behaviors to match your intentions throughout your waking day. What would it feel like to live as the greatest ideal of yourself? If you can bring up this emotion, you're giving your body a taste of the future. This rehearsal of thought and feeling creates a new state of being that resonates with the quantum field. So when you rise from your meditation, you should feel different than when you sat down. But that's just the start. You need to maintain this altered state of mind and body throughout your entire day. If you can sustain this change, be greater than your environment, and break free from emotional habits, then get ready for something extraordinary to happen in your life. This unexpected occurrence will confirm the changes you've made internally, and this confirmation will motivate you to repeat the process. Consider allowing 2 hours for this morning meditation. Not because it necessarily takes 2 hours, but because it removes the stress of time. Some days you might find yourself fully present within moments, able to quickly recognize your unconscious self and decide who you want to be. Other days might be more challenging, with distractions pulling you away from the present moment. But keep bringing your attention back, because once you connect with your ideal self, you'll always conclude that it was worth the effort. In this practice, you're asking, what's the greatest ideal of myself? And then working towards becoming that ideal. You're investing time in your personal growth and transformation, reshaping your thoughts and emotions, and changing your state of being. And in the end, you're making an effort to get beyond your old self. This commitment to transformation, to becoming the greatest ideal of yourself, that's what really matters. I hope you enjoyed today's message. See you in the next video.